called this. He's referenced as the Sky King. It's about this dude who worked at this airport, and he moved bags and shit like that, like at the airport. And he basically got paid like minimum wage or below minimum wage, and he was like a normal dude, bro. Like he was like literally like a normal dude, and he ended up just like, I don't know, bro. I don't want to say he flipped out, because he basically just stole a plane. He took a plane. There was nobody there, and he went to a plane. He took the plane and he started flying it. So when he started flying it, everybody started freaking out, and they were like, "Who the hell is in the plane? Like, who are you? Like, who gave you clearance to fly it? What's going on?"
Yeah.
And he just took off. Like, I don't know how, but he's just like, he didn't give a fuck, and he literally took off, started flying in the sky.
Is this in Seattle?
I think so. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I remember when this happened in real time. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he he just started flying around, bro. And then they kept talking to him on the radio, and then he started responding back. And he was basically just telling them like, "What's up?" Like, and they were just like, "What are you doing? Like, why are you doing this?" So he was just minimum wage basically, and like he was just being hella calm like that, bro. And he was just like, he's like, "Damn, I never fucking did this shit before." Just saying just like random shit like that, and then he threw up. And then he was like talking, and then he threw up in the middle of the sentence. He's like, "My fault. I fucking threw up all over the place." He's like, "It's my fault if I'm fucking up your day, man." He's like, "I'm not trying to mess up nobody's day today, man." He's like, I don't know what's wrong with me, man." He's like, I don't know. I feel like he don't know why he did that shit, bro. Like, he just did it. Like, he just took the airplane, right? And he was like, "This is like fucking prison for life, right?" And then they're just like, don't worry about that. It's like, "How are you flying this airplane right now? Like, how are you doing this?" And he was like, I played a little bit of video games before in my life." Like, I know what I'm doing a little bit.
That is wild. Did he get to land?
So they end up trying to tell him to land it, and then like he was like about to land it. And he was like, "Hell no, I'm not going to go over there. I go over there, they're going to start fucking me up. They're going to shoot me and shit." And he was like, "Nobody's going to do anything to you right now. We're just trying to get you somewhere." And he was like, "Man, I don't know." He's like, He's like, just let me keep flying this shit for a little bit. He was like, "I think I'm going to do a barrel roll." And he's flying a plane that like flies like for passengers. Like, those big ass fucking planes. Like, those aren't not supposed to do barrel rolls. And he was like, "I'm just gonna fucking do a barrel roll real quick, and if I fuck up, it's whatever." And then they're like, "No, don't do that shit." And then he was like, "Fuck it," and he did a barrel roll, bruh. And then he was like, he did it over water, and he was like, he barely cleared it while being like 10 feet over the water, like 10, 15 feet over the water. And everybody on the radio was low-key flipping out. And they're like, "Yeah, he confirmed he just did a fucking barrel roll." And they're like, "Wait, what? What do you mean he just did a barrel roll?" He's like, "He just did a fucking barrel roll." And then he's like, cleared it with 15 feet, like, on the water. And just like, holy shit. And then after he did that shit, he was basically like, "Fuck, I low-key didn't even expect that shit to work out." And then I think he knew, bruh. He knew because he had a wife and kid, and I feel like he knew, or in his head, that's what he was thinking. Like, bruh, if I land his shit, I'll probably either go to prison for life or like and stress him out like that, or I'll like be in debt for the rest of my fucking life and then just fuck us over like that. And I feel like that's why he did that, because he ended up just kind of trying to do another barrel roll and just saying fuck it in the middle of the barrel roll and just doing a nosedive straight directly into the floor to like make sure he wasn't gonna fuck anybody else up. So he just did a nosedive directly pointed to the floor in some isolated ass spot. And he just and
no other casualties?
Huh? Nope, nobody at all, nothing. Nobody got hurt at all. He did it like in a private island, not a private island, but like a
just
like an isolated kind of little island in an isolated ass spot. Nosedive directly into the floor, so nobody got hurt. I think the plane, they had insurance, so like insurance paid for everything, and like in the end, nobody really lost anything, and nobody got hurt or nothing. So yeah, and that shit's crazy, bro.
Wild.
They call him the Sky King because that shit's fucking crazy. How he was really just fucking flying an airplane, just flying it around. Did a barrel roll on that shit. That shit's crazy.
Say minimum wage.
Yep. Because they said they was paying them. They like bumped the minimum wage to like, I think it was like $14.
Yeah.
To the airport, but he worked technically outside of the airport, and the technicality was like minimum wage for the people inside of the airport. So they really did bullshit on him and like even paid him less than the minimum wage. So like, bro, I don't know. His family was like saying like that literally, like that was him. Like we can hear him on the radio. Like that sounded like him. We just like the shit he was doing wasn't really him. Like that was like, we never would imagine him to do some shit like that. Like it doesn't make sense. I feel like that's like if one of us really just stole a fucking airplane and did that shit, bro. Like just out of nowhere type shit. I feel like what does it take to push somebody to the limit where they kind of just like black out and make a decision like that? And also I add that it was like a really perfect day. Like there was nobody out in the sky. I don't know if he knew that or if it was a coincidence. There was literally like nobody out flying. The weather was perfect for takeoff. Like everything was good. Everything was kind of like perfect.